Hello, thank you for joining me, Shani Lee, for this root and heart chakra inspired flow. I'm here currently in the Bolivian Amazon for work, and it's been a beautiful experience, but it's also been pretty challenging in the sense of just access to basic resources is hard. And so there's definitely days when it's just a little bit tougher, right? When you don't have water, when food is hard to come by. So there's been a big practice in grounding oneself, right? So the root chakra, and then also connecting to the heart and connecting to the beauty that this experience and opportunity is. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the mat. So we're going to get started here today in Sukhasana Easy Seat with our legs crossed. Doesn't matter which leg is forward. And I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Otherwise, just gently stare at a spot in front of you. Hands can be on your knees, palms up, palms down, whichever feels better. I invite you to start to find a nice long spine, sitting up straight, nice active core. Long line from your coccyx, your tailbone, to the crown of your head. And then I invite you to place one hand on your heart and one hand on your lower abdomen area, your pelvic floor area. Start connect to those areas that we're going to work on today, the heart and the root chakra. When you breathe, let everything fully expand. A lot of times we try to keep our bellies in. So release that. Taking some nice centering breaths here. Again, for grounding and gratitude. Maybe you invite a smile to your face. For a few more rounds of breath here. Two more rounds of breath. One more round of breath. And exhale, sigh it out. Release your hands back to wherever is comfortable. Start to gently open up your eyes. And on your next inhale, I invite you to reach your arms up into the sky. Nice big stretch. You can open up any way you want. I like to interlace my fingers and push my palms up to the sky. Really let your chest and your belly expand. And exhale, let your hands come back to your knees. Now on your inhale, I invite you to find a cow in your spine, puffing your chest forward, gazing up. And exhale, maybe use your knees as a counterbalance as you tuck everything in, making cat in the spine. Inhale, cow in the spine, look up. Rock it back slightly, exhale, cat in the spine. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Come back through center. And we're going to make our way into our tabletop pose. Arms lift up into the sky and hands come down to the mat and roll it forward just as you need to come into Manasana. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Finding cow and cat again. Inhale, drop your belly now towards the mat. Still open up your chest. And exhale, tuck it in. So we're drawing our root chakra in, drawing our heart chakra in, and then opening back up. Inhale. And exhale, ground down through all 10 fingers. Inhale last time. And exhale. Come back into your tabletop, and if you need to adjust your hands so that you have a little bit more balance, do that so that we can take weight off of one. Left hand stays down. Right arm opens up to the sky. And exhale, start to thread your needle, not all the way. Twice more. Inhale, open. Exhale, palm goes up, arm reaches over to the left. Inhale. And now last time, exhale, reach it over, drop your shoulder and your right ear to the mat. And now your left hand can stay by your face. It can crawl out in over your head, or you can wrap it around your low back, whichever feels best. Breathing in and out here. For one more round of breath. Wherever your left hand is, slowly bring it back to your beside your face so that you can support your movement as you lift up. And come back into tabletop, and we'll do that on the other side. Right hand stays down. This time left arm opens up 3 times, finding movement here. Exhale, begin to thread your needle. And inhale, open up. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And drop it down. Now stay here, or again, find a bind. Extend your arm overhead, whichever feels best in your body today. And begin, invite a smile to your face, grounding in gratitude here. For one more round of breath. And exhale, wherever your right hand is, let it come back by your face. Use it to gently push yourself up, and we'll come back into our tabletop pose. Now adjust your knees so that you feel you can take the weight off of one and not fall over. Left knee stays down, and let's extend our right leg back. Hold here to activate in the core. Really pull your belly button in so you have a nice long straight spine. One more round of breath here, just holding. And now if it feels good, you can take your left hand off the mat, whichever works for you, and we're gonna have a little bit of movement. So now as we find our cow spine, I want you to really open up and exhale, tap back down. Foot reaches the mat as we kind of find a cat in the spine. So twice more, inhale, cow in the spine, lift up. Exhale, touch down, arch your back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhale. And now keep your foot lifted. Let your left hand come back to the mat. Kickstand your left foot by moving your foot out towards the side. Weight in the left hand now. Open the right arm into the sky, gate pose. If this is a lot, you can keep your foot on the mat. You can also extend your bicep over your ear, really taking this nice big stretch here. And we're gonna find some crunches. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And let's bring it now slowly back down to the mat. And we'll do that on the other side, adjusting back into tabletop. And then as you are ready, now extend your left leg out. Hold here, finding our nice strong spine, strong core. And now if you want, you can take your right hand off the mat, add a bit more challenge. And finding cow in the spine, lift and open. Exhale, tap down, cat. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift everything back up. And now remember the switch. Let right hand comes back down. Kickstand your right foot out towards the right. And now open your left arm to the sky. Parigasana gate pose. Really lift your heel up. Gaze up or gaze down. Again, you can keep your foot on the mat for more stability. You can extend your left bicep over your left ear. And we'll find our crunches. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend, and we'll take it back down to the mat. Tabletop pose. Maybe take a few more movements here as you need. And we'll find our way slowly to our first downward facing dog of the practice. So I invite you to start to tuck your toes here and gently, nice and slow, lift your hips up to the sky, push them back, and settle in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Maybe pedaling your feet out here or shifting your hips side to side. But finding space between your shoulder blades, between your shoulders and your ears. Again, the goal here is a nice long spine, not straight legs. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. One more round of breath. Exhale, side out, start to find stillness. And beginning one of our first vinyasas, making our way to the top of our mat, nice and slow. Inhale, start to lift your heels, bend your knees generously. And on the exhale, step or hop your way forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more halfway lift. Inhale, find your nice flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. And then from here, sit your hips back like you're gonna sit in a chair. Arms sweep up, and we'll hold here in our chair pose, Utkatasana. Hold for one more moment. Next inhale, reach up into the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, big stretch. And exhale, hands come down by your side. Take a second here to find an active pose. So we're grounding down in our heels and all 10 toes. Our shoulders are down and back. Our knees aren't locked out, but have a gentle bounce to them if they need. Our hips and our glutes are active. We're not arching, we're not slouching. Grounded down. And before we start to begin the more powerful part of the flow, I invite you to place your hands on your chest, on your heart space, and think of something that you are grateful for. For example, for me, I am grateful for this work experience, even if the conditions are pretty hard some days. I've had diarrhea all week, for example, and haven't had running water for most of it, so that's been fun. And then I wake up to days like this and I hear the birds and I hear the bugs and the sun shining through the trees, and I'm like, wow, this is a pretty beautiful place. So one more round of breath here. Exhale, start to release your hands down by your side. Inhale, arms sweep back up again, Urdhva Hastasana, maybe nice big back bend. And we're going to sweep it down into chair pose. Exhale, sweep it through and come into Utkatasana. If this is a lot in your shoulders, you can also have your hands by your heart in prayer. And from here, we're going to lift our heels 3 times. So inhale, lift, rock it forward. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Once more, inhale and hold here. If you feel a lot of pressure in your low back, try to adjust your pelvis so that you feel more activation in your pelvic floor. One more round of breath here. And exhale, fold it down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, bend your knees. Exhale, step or hop your way towards your plank and hold here. So again, ground down in your lower abdominal muscles, and we're gonna find some rainbow hips. On your exhale, drop your hips and your heels off towards the right. Inhale, bring it back through. Exhale, off to the left. Twice more, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Once more, inhale, exhale. Inhale, last time, left side. Bring it back to your plank. Keep your elbows in. Exhale slowly with control. Lower everything down to the mat. Untuck your toes. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Roll your shoulders and your elbows back. And lift your chest, staying here in Baby Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Feel how your pelvis is grounding down into the earth as your heart space opens up. 2 more rounds of breath. Try not to have too much pressure in your hands. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, side out. And slowly start to fold your chest towards the mat. Tuck your toes. And roll, push whatever works for you your way up to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Settle in here. 2 more rounds of breath. Letting something go if you need. On the exhale. And now left foot stays, right leg lifts up into the sky. 3-legged dog, Ekapada Adho Mukha Svanasana. And if bringing your chest or your knee into your chest in a plank is too much, you can drop your left knee onto the mat and do a tabletop. Otherwise, exhale, shift forward to a plank, tuck your knee in, and extend back out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Hold here, and now step your foot all the way between your hands, back heel down 45 degrees to come into your warrior 1 as you lift it up. Virabhadrasana Uno. Really grounding on the outer edge of your back foot and your front heel. 1 more round of breath. And then I want you to place your left hand on your heart. And inhale, start to open up a little bit more towards the sky. And exhale, bow it forward as you sweep your arm back. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, bow. Inhale. And And exhale, bow it forward, stay here. Now extend your left arm back, find a bind, interlace your fingers, really pull your shoulders away from your ears. And either you can stay here and hang your head a little more active, or you can completely rest your chest on your front leg like a little shelf. Here in Baddha Virabhadrasana, bound warrior. One more round of breath. Exhale, side out. Start to slowly release arms, sweep back up into our warrior one. And they sweep down towards the mat. Exhale and step it back into your plank pose. Now we'll do rainbow hips 2 times. Inhale to set here. Exhale towards the right. Inhale. Exhale towards the left. Inhale. Exhale. Just once more. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back center, finding our baby cobra. Maybe shift your weight forward. Lower all the way down. Exhale, untuck your toes. Roll shoulders and elbows back. Baby Bhujangasana, 2 rounds of breath. If you want, you can try lifting your hands off the mat this time. And exhale, place your hands on the mat. Tuck your toes. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Now we get to do that on the other side. Ground down and in your right foot. This time the left leg lifts up into the sky. Hold here for just a moment, finding alignment, keeping everything nice and square. And exhale, shift forward to your plank or in your tabletop pose. Bringing your knee into your chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hold here and step it all the way through. Back heel back and down, 45 degrees. Virabhadrasana 1. Rise up. Settle in here for a second. Make sure that you can still see parts of your front toes over your knee that's in line with your ankle. And right hand to your chest. Inhale, open up just a little bit more. Exhale, bow it down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, bow forward, stay here. Release your other hand back to meet your left. Open your shoulders. And either stay here or rest down on your front leg in Baddha Virabhadrasana. One more round of breath. Exhale, side out. Sweep your arms back up into the sky. Warrior 1. Exhale, hands come down to the mat and step or hop it back to your plank. Rainbow hips 1 time now. Exhale to the right. Inhale forward. Exhale to the left. In the middle. And move through your Vinyasa flow. Baby cobra still. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. One more round of breath here. Exhale, side out. Inhale, heels lift, bend your knees, gaze forward, step or hop your way to the tops of your mats. Inhale, halfway lift. This time nice directly into chair. Sit your hips down. Reach your arms up. Exhale. And inhale, stretch everything up to the sky and hands down by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Coming back into it, arms reach up, breathe in. Chair pose, sit your hips back and down. And now on your inhale, we'll lift our heels again, hold here. And now we're going to open our knees from here 3 times. So exhale, start to open, bring it close. If this is a lot, just find a variation of chair. Close it. Once more. Exhale and release everything to the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Find your nice flat back. Plant your hands, bend your knees. Step or hop your way back to plank. And hold here for a moment. Exhale, side out. And now coming into a side plank. Start to shift onto your right side. You can keep your feet kind of scissored. Weight in your right hand. Open your left arm to the sky. Exhale, come through, and we'll take it to the other side. So like rainbow hips, but now with a bit extra. Exhale. Roll it through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You got this. Exhale, roll it through. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Inhale, left side plank. And bring it down to the mat. Shift your weight forward. Lower everything. And this time we'll come into rising cobra, remembering to draw everything back first as we push up into the sky. 3 rounds of breath here. We're gonna root chakra, the pelvis, reaching for the earth as our heart space reaches for the sky. 1 more round of breath. And downward facing dog. Use your core strength to lift and roll it back up. Side out. Let's do 1 more round of breath here. Exhale, side out. And coming to find our 3-legged dog again. Lift the right leg into the sky. Exhale, knee to chest. Really tuck it in. Inhale, don't just go through the movement, but actually think about the movement. Exhale, drawing your knee in, opening your back. Breathe it in and step your foot between your hands. Back heel back and down. Warrior 1, lift it up. Exhale, left hand to your heart. Inhale, open. Just 1 time. Exhale, fold. Bring it back up. And we're going to open up into our warrior 2. Exhale, now your back heel comes 90 degrees. And find Virabhadrasana 2, arms in a T, gazing over our front fingers. Nice and strong here. 1 more round of breath. And on your next exhale, drop your back hand and extend your other arm into the sky. And now maybe you place, I know you can't see, but your left hand on your heart. Again, connecting with our heart chakra. And we're going to pulse our front leg straight 3 times. So on your inhale, straighten your front leg up. Exhale, bend back down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stay here. Reverse triangle, maybe stretch just a little bit more. And now our hands come back to our T like they were in warrior 2. But now with triangle legs, reach it forward. And exhale, front hand comes to front shin as your other arm reaches up into the sky. 3 Konasana. One more round of breath here. Keeping our legs where they're at, start to rotate your chest down towards the earth and try to rotate your triangle. So now your left hand is on your front leg, opening your right arm to the sky. And then let your left hand come to the mat. Start to come onto your back toes so that you rotate your hips using your left hand as an anchor. Now you can find a nice twisted lunge. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more round of breath. And as you're ready, cartwheel your hands towards the mat. Find your plank, stay here. And now we'll do our plank 2 times, side plank. Drop your heels to the right, open the left. Exhale. Switching sides, inhale. And exhale once more. Inhale, side plank. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Move through your Vinyasa flow, coming through rising cobra. Breathe it in. 1 more round of breath here. And on your exhale, find your downward facing dog. And we get to do that all on the other side. Right foot stays, left leg reaches up into the sky. Nice big stretch. And knee to chest. Again, notice the sensation. Extension, lifting with your glute. And bringing it in, pushing the earth away. Last time. And step it all the way through. Back heel back and down. 485. Virabhadrasana 1. Raise it up. Exhale, hand on heart. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold just once. Inhale. And exhale, open to your warrior 2. Grounding down here, gazing through your over your front fingers. 2 more rounds of breath. Last round of breath. And place your back hand on your back leg. Open your front arm to the sky. Stay here. Maybe you place your hand on your heart. Again, maybe smile. One more round of breath, and then we're going to straighten our front knee 3 times. Inhale, push into your heel, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stay here. Arms find our T once more. Reach it forward and place your front hand on your front leg as you find your triangle pose. Now on the other side, Trikonasana. Breathe it in here. One more round of breath. And then now finding our reverse or revolved triangle, start to move your right hand towards your front leg and try to open up your left hand as much as possible. It's fine if it's not a lot. One more round of breath here. And then your left hand slowly starts to find the mat as you rotate your hips to come into your revolved or lunge. One more round of breath. And next we'll cartwheel your hands to the mat, come into your plank. And now we have just one side plank on each side. Heels to the right, open up. And move it through the other side, exhale. Inhale. And exhale, hands onto the mat, shift your weight forward. Exhale all the way down, slither through, rising cobra. And downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels, bend your knees, gaze forward, taking it right to the top. Exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, chair pose. Exhale. One round of breath here. Exhale, side up. Inhale, stand up. And exhale. Bring it down. Take a second here, reconnect, Tadasana pose. Exhale, side out. And inhale, arms lift up. Chair pose. Exhale, sit it down. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, pulse your knees out. And now we'll squat from here. So exhale down and inhale up. If you don't have that mobility, it's fine. Just be in like a regular squat. Exhale and inhale. And exhale. Hold here. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more round of breath. Exhale. Inhale, start to come back in towards a chair pose. Exhale, drop your heels and bow it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and then bend your knees, point your hands. Exhale, find your way to plank. And we're going to add to our plank series. Drop your heels to the right. Weight in the right hand, open up the left. And now reach through with the left. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we'll do the other side next round. Come back to your plank. And this time, inhale, shift your weight forward. Halfway lower, chaturanga. Untuck your toes, drop your hips towards the earth, but keeping them off the mat. Upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Hastasana. 2 more rounds of breath. And exhale. Bring it in, find your Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sorry for the silence, it's like it's Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. It's like I said that wrong. 1 more round of breath here. And now, again, right leg lifts. And knee to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, step it all the way through. Warrior 1, rise up. Hand on heart. Open, bow, inhale, warrior 2, exhale, inhale here, reverse, exhale, inhale, straighten your leg, exhale, come to your T, inhale, reach forward, exhale, Trikonasana, stay here, inhale the breath, and exhale. Now, if you have your hand kind of holding onto your shin, I want you to invite the back of your hand to come to the inside of your leg. So we have a little more room. And now we'll bend into our knee again. Exhale, bend. Inhale, push. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And now your hand can come to the mat as you adjust. Maybe staying here, or if you want to find your bind, you can start to drop your shoulder towards the level of your front knee and find your bind. 2 more rounds of breath here. 1 more round of breath. Exhale, side out, slowly release. Keep your legs mostly where they're at. And now start to turn your chest towards the earth so that your left hand comes to the mat. Rotate your back foot and your hips so we can come back into our revolved lunge. 1 round of breath. And exhale, hands come to the mat. Find your way to your plank. 1 round of breath here. And then we get to do our reach through on the other side. Heels off to the left, weight in the left hand. Right arm reaches up. And exhale, reach through. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And open up. And bring it back to your plank. Rotate your hips. Shift your weight forward. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. 1 more round of breath here. And downward facing dog. Now we get to do that all on the other side. 1 big breath to reset. And now left leg lifts. And exhale, tuck it in, bringing your knee to your heart as you crunch in your root chakra. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, last time. Exhale, step it all the way through, back heel back and down. Warrior 1, rise up. Hand to heart. Open. Fold. Bring it back up. Warrior 2. Stay here. And reverse, exhale. Inhale here. Straighten your front leg. Exhale, start to find your triangle pose. So now again, if you're kind of having your palm on your shin, I invite you to bring the back part of your hand to the inside of your leg. 1 more round of breath here. Bend into your front knee again. Exhale. Inhale, push back. Exhale. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Now your front hand can find the earth. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you find a bind. 3 more rounds of breath here. Maybe you smile. Exhale, whatever you have, slowly release. Keep your legs mostly where they're at as we cartwheel our right hand down to the mat now, turning our hips and opening our left arm to the sky to find our revolved lunge. 1 round of breath here. And exhale, cartwheel your hands. And now we'll just do the side plank once each time. So off to the right, open up, breathe in. Exhale, reach through. Inhale, open. Plank it out. Now come on to the left side. Breathe in as we open. Breathe out as we reach, like thread the needle. Inhale, see everything's kind of combined, built onto each other. Exhale, plank. Inhale, shift it forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Breathe it in. And breathe it out. Heels lift, knees bend, and step. Or hop your way through, halfway lift. Chair pose. Inhale, stand. And exhale, hands, heart center. Or heart center down by your side. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Starting to take it down to the mat. Inhale, arms lift up. Chair pose. Lift your heels. And now sweep your arms back. And inhale, sweep it forward. Your heels can be on the mat if you need more balance. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Swing your hands back. Stay here. Again, I like to call this bird drinking raindrops. I heard it called that once, and I'm sticking with it. 1 more round of breath. And now connect your fingers. Drop your heels and pour your chest over your front legs, finding a bind here in our Uttanasana. 2 more rounds of breath as we start to slow it down. Last round of breath. Exhale, side out. Hands come to the earth. And now we're going to slowly start to walk our feet and our heels out to come towards our yogi squat. Sit your hips down. Bring your hands heart center. Open your knees by pushing your elbows out. And find Malasana pose, garland pose. Breathing in here, so really nice root chakra connection here. Sometimes I even like to touch my thumbs to my heart center to connect to the heart space as well. One more round of breath. Exhale, side out. And maybe stay here. Again, you can be on a block or you can be in a regular squat, but I invite you to stretch your right arm out, open your left, and then if it's available to you, you can find your bind. One more round of breath on this side. Slowly release, come back through heart center, and now extend your left and your right. Turn your left palm around. Find your bind if it's in your practice. One more round of breath here. Slowly release, arms come back through center. And exhale, sit it back down. Very good. I'm just going to turn so you can see me a bit better. Hoping the dappled light isn't too funky in the video. Hopefully you can see the sweat dripping off my face from the heat and the humidity here. And I invite you to have the other leg crossed in front here. So if you remember what leg was crossed in front in the beginning, I invite you to do the other one, probably whatever feels funky, because we just naturally have one leg that goes in front. And inhale, arms reach up. And exhale, we're going to twist off towards our right. So left hand comes to right knee, right hand comes behind, gaze over your shoulder. Come back through center, inhale. Twist to the other side, exhale. Twice more before we settle into each side, inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale through center. And exhale, now settle in. One more round of breath here. Breathe in through center. Exhale, twist to the other side now. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Again, nice and tall in the spine. Opening the heart center while keeping our pelvic floor muscles activated. Inhale through the center and exhale, hands come down by your side. And now, as we need, we're going to come into our bridge pose. So if you need to adjust on your mat for that, do that. Turning as you need, or simply lying back down on the ground. And before we move into bridge, I want you to rotate your pelvis so that your low back is pressing against the mat. And then maybe almost touch your heels if that feels good. Take a second here to feel the activation in your pelvic floor area. And then on your next inhale, push your hips up into the sky and exhale down. Twice more. Inhale, lift, activating your glutes. So it doesn't matter how high your hips are. We just want a really good activation in the glutes. And one more round of breath. And now hold here. I like to walk my shoulders in a bit more, but shining our root and our heart chakra into the sky. 2 more rounds of breath here. One more round of breath. And exhale, slowly release, side out. And now I invite you to find your final resting position, or if you need to take any other stretches, you can always pause this video and stretch a bit more and then come back to it. You can pause it to take a longer Shavasana. But I invite you to extend everything out or find a comfortable resting place. I have my hands underneath or around my tailbone, just because I broke my tailbone when I was 14 and it kind of sits funny, and so just being on a nice stone surface like this doesn't feel the best. So this provides a little bit more comfort. A little tip if you have the same issue. And we're going to be here together in silence for a few moments. Listening to whatever sounds are around us. Reconnecting with that sense of grounding that we tried to cultivate in the practice, and our sense of gratitude. Let's do one more round of breath here. Again, always welcome to pause the video and take a longer Shavasana, or do a few more stretches. Exhale, big sigh out. If your eyes were closed, you can start to gently flutter them open. We invite the world back into our vision. Wiggle our toes. Start to invite gentle movement into our bodies. We'll slowly make our way to a final closing posture. Again, you're always welcome to stay here if you want to come to a seat. Whichever way works for you. I'm going to personally close out in butterfly pose, another good posture for the root. Opening my heart as well. And thank you for joining me for this practice. I hope you feel a little more grounded or a little more grateful. I'm grateful for our bodies and our health that allow us to be able to move. I'm grateful for having another day, having had another day, having another day at whatever point you're watching this. I am grateful for all of you for joining me on this adventure. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. Until next time, namaste.